Sorry, go ahead.
That Geeks Together podcast. I'm getting better with that. What's up, Sam? What's going on, man?
Hello.
Hey, everybody. It's That Geeks Together podcast, and I am Sam.
So am I. Two Sams and that nuts.
Do yourself a favor, get your geeks together, and come and check us out. How's it been? Look, everybody, I just wanted you to know this is going to be a show. It's going to be a one subjector.
It's a big one. Yeah.
And you know what it's all about, Sam. Why don't you tell the folks what it's all about?
Oh, so we're just going right into it. I guess.
I mean, no. We don't have to. Oh, I want to
Okay.
do something top of the show. I did.
Yeah.
I want to make a public apology. I last week used Elliot Page's dead name when talking about Juno, and I saw an article with him in a magazine or something this week, and it reminded me, and I just want to say I'm sorry.
Cover of Time.
Not to Elliot Page. I mean, to Elliot Page, dude, because I don't know if you listen, but thanks for listening, I guess, if you're listening.
If you listen, Elliot Page,
Appreciate
that'd
you,
be
bro.
Fantastic.
But to all our trans fans and family, and if it caused anybody any harm, I apologize. It was just a silly mistake on my part, and I'm sorry. And now, going forward, how was your week, Samuel?
You know, most of my week I was just sitting, waiting in anticipation because, was this a big week in terms of content. You know, we got two things. One of the things we were going to talk about in great length. Another one of the things I just watched.
I didn't even.
Minutes ago, it's good,
dude.
It's good.
I've been thinking about this other thing so much I forgot. Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Well, after this 4-hour podcast, I guess that's what I'll go do to decompress.
Yeah. It's good. Good stuff.
All right. I get and for those of you that can't guess, Sam was talking about The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is premiered on Disney Plus today.
Mm-hmm.
How long was it?
How long? Friday.
How long was it?
It was a solid 40 minutes, I'd say. 40 minutes.
Okay.
It's good.
Anything
really good.
that you were like, snap? Ready?
There
or
was
just like getting into it, kicking butts and writing down names.
Yeah, there's like a character in it that like I knew was in it, but when I saw them, cool. I was like, oh, cool. They're just there, you know.
Already.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Anyway,
but that's not this show. This show is about something greater, something more important.
Oh, yeah, we will talk. I was. This week was very anticipatory for me as well, in sort of like, remember I told you about my poop sandwich last week?
What?
It was that I was going to have a poop sandwich this week, right?
I thought you meant literally.
It's going to be delicious breads on both sides and the poop in the inside.
Just so we're clear, it's not actual poop.
No,
we're not talking about a real poop sandwich.
No, but it was like a literal, a figurative poop sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was it was gonna be like the delicious bread on one side was gonna be my what do you call that? Stimmy?
Mm-hmm.
My stimmy, which I got with Boom, that nice bread. And then on the other bread was gonna be Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I haven't eaten yet. And then in the middle was gonna be the subject of today's show. And it was not as much poop as I thought, but it was a lot of poop.
Yeah. So just back to that, you had a deconstructed sandwich. So far,
it's like an open face sandwich. It's like what they call an open face.
The bread separately.
But here's another thing that went in the sandwich that I don't know. I guess it's a both blessing and it's a good and bad. So I guess what happened was the part that touched the bread is good, and then the part that touched the poop is bad. So I got my second vaccine. Oh, nice. Man, did it kick my ass. Yeah. I was like baby bird sick, man.
Oh, boy.
I couldn't get up for 24 hours, man. It was bananas. But now I've been implanted with that chip, son. Woo! So
yeah.
I'm part of Skynet.
Doing at all times.
Baby. Yeah.
Never safe. But hey.
Speaking of Skynet, I'm going to talk about a very similar coincidence. This Joe Morton, the actor Joe Morton, you know who that is?
No clue.
He's the guy that played Vic Stone's father in this.
Okay.
So he's also, you know what else he's from? He's the inventor of Skynet from Judgment. Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That dude is dangerous. We need to
watch out. Yeah.
He keeps coming back every 30-something years, bro. What are you trying to do? He's that implant from the Matrix, I feel like, or whatever.
Very clear.
We know who's the enemy
in terms of characters he plays.
That dude, he's a scientist. Like I am that scientist, that level. Anyway, we're gonna talk about.
We're gonna get
our thing. Why don't you tell the folks what we're talking about, Sam?
All right. If you've been an avid listener of this show since the beginning, you'll know that I'd say some of the foundation. We're not too far into the show's lifespan, but 6 episodes in, I feel like the foundation of this show has been the anticipation of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay. And if you're not familiar with the whole controversy over, what happened with Justice League, so Zack Snyder was making his movie Justice League. Some family tragedy ensured, and he had to step away. And so Warner Brothers, thinking that this would be the best move that they could make in the moment, decided to get the MCU's own Joss Whedon, who now is kind of a sensitive topic, but they got Joss Whedon in, and they were rewrites and reshoots, and they made pretty much a totally different movie than what Zack Snyder had originally made. And people saw that movie and went, "This sucks," because guess what? It did, because it was a bad movie, right? So there has been, for 4 years, essentially 4 years.
Oh my God!
There's been this campaign,
literally
to release
4 years.
The Snyder
oh my God,
Cut.
you guys!
Yeah.
And I want to say that it's been some of the most toxic fandom.
It's been crazy. Yeah.
There have been legitimate riots. They have legitimately rioted.
Yeah,
physically rioted.
Two sides of that coin. There's been
to get
people, just being like,
them to make this movie,
and then others who are, cuckoo crazy. But in the end, I guess it worked, because we have it. Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was announced back in I think May or June of 2020 that would be coming to HBO Max, and it's finally here. It's here in all of its 4 hours of glory, and we watched it. And I
watched it straight through. Sam
I took
smartly took breaks. But I was I'm gonna go ham.
I did not.
Man,
I started watching it during
a
free period in class, and then I waited another hour, and then watched 2 hours, and then I watched the last hour. But
have you ever heard of A Clockwork Orange? You ever heard that movie?
Yeah.
In that movie, they take one of the characters and he has to watch pop culture. You know that they put the hooks in his eye and they that's how I felt yesterday.
Wow.
At at hour 4, I checked the time and I was like, wait, are you telling me I still have an hour and 14 minutes to go? God.
Yeah, I definitely felt that at times, but
but then I was like, no, that's nothing. I can do that. I can do it. Yeah. I can do it. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. And I did. But I do it. And by the time, I don't even want to mention it right now. But by the time that Bruce was having the conversation with,
wait! Before you say anything,
spoilers.
Let's just do right off the bat. Let's just do. What did you think? No spoilers, just thoughts. What did you think?
Just thoughts, Sam. I have 6 pages of handwritten notes.
Just for people to ease into it. Maybe they haven't seen it and they're listening to this, and then they go, maybe I want to see it. Just real quick. What did you think?
Here's the real quick, like I've ever done real quick. I never saw the first one because I've told you, my dislike of the Snyderverse goes back to our first podcast, bro.
Yeah.
13, 14, 20, you know what I mean? Never, ever have I been down. So, I came into this with a little bit of my hateration, but also dude, this guy, his movie never got made. So this is cool that they're giving him a chance to do it. I don't know why it has to be 4 hours, but whatever. Director's cuts, right? The director's cut of everything is 4 friggin' hours. So whatever, it's cool. They gave him some extra money to do some stuff, which now I understand what it was, and I have opinions.
Also, he apparently did not get paid at all.
Right,
for
it.
He did it because he wanted to.
Well, hold on, bro. It wasn't charity. He had gotten paid already.
Right, yeah,
from the
but he didn't
first
get any
time.
extra money.
So he
Yeah.
didn't do it. Yeah. What the
Yeah.
fuck? What was he gonna take extra money for, bro? You got a lot of money.
That's true. Yeah.
You don't need extra money, son. Anyway, and so I came into it like, yeah, I talked a lot of poop, but
Oh yeah.
I was like, it's gonna be cool. It's fine. It's whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
cool. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of legitimately, I'm not even gonna front. I was immediately put off. Like as
Oh
soon
yeah.
as I turned it on, I was like, man, I'm already mad.
Okay.
And there were maybe 3 times that changed. And at one point, it was just like, whatever, I'm here. You know, it's like having to wait for the train too long. It's like, whatever. The train is stuck in the tunnel. Who cares? I know we're not going nowhere until we go somewhere. I can't control it. So I just stayed in I stood on the train in the tunnel until it got out. And it got out, and I got through it. I was legitimately anxious about watching this movie, Sam.
Really?
Like I had a legitimate I was in the shower the night before, going, I don't want to watch this.
Well,
it was that hard for me, dude. But I turned it on, and I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
And what happened was I did like a Pavlovian, well, not Pavlovian, but I kind of like Jedi mind tricked myself. So I bought myself some like fried chicken with French fries, and I was like, treat myself because I'm gonna hurt myself in a minute.
Now,
so that's how I got myself. So should I rate it yet? No, we'll wait. That's just how I went into it. So why don't you give me your?
For me, as someone who has seen original Justice League, I think I've seen that movie 3 times, and I'm somewhat indifferent to Batman v Superman and Man of Steel. I barely remember Man of Steel. I haven't seen it too often. I'm not very familiar with it, but I didn't hate this movie. I thought definitely of course, it's very long, and there's a lot of, I think, just sort of, I don't want to say filler, because I think most of it contributed to something. Like, there wasn't really, I know, but like, it wasn't, we'll talk about it. But yeah, it's very long. There were some points where it dragged a little bit, but I think compared to, because I was looking at this through the lens of, okay, how is this different than the theatrical, than 2017's Justice League, Joss Whedon's Justice League?
Yeah.
And I think it's like 10 times better than that movie.
That's cool.
It's so much better. It's so much of an improvement. It's so much of a more, solid story.
I mean, it's 50 times longer, so it might as well be 10 times better.
Yeah, it is. Because, the thing with, this is something my friend said, actually, that I think reigns very true. Like, the original Justice League suffered from lack of exposition and character development and stuff like this.
Boy, did they make up for it here.
Yeah, and I think this one sometimes suffers from too much exposition and too much explanation.
Sometimes, Sam?
Yeah. Sam. You're too cynical. All the
sometimes,
time, whenever we
buddy,
talked about Justice League, it's
I'm
too
not
cynical.
being cynical. I'm not being cynical, but this movie is 75% exposition,
right.
Sam.
Yeah. But there's also,
legit 75%, bro.
We'll get into it, but if you want to do like a rating, what would you rate
3.5 stars
out of what?
5
out of 5? That's not too bad.
I know.
Yeah, I'd give.
I'm being generous. That's a lie.
I'm gonna say 3.5.
I'm gonna say 3.
I think 3.5 for me is solid. I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. I will say that. I was pleasantly surprised.
There were some parts where I was like, "That's dope. That's dope. I like that."
Yeah, for sure. So I think now
but there was maybe 3 of those parts, and then
yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna get into spoiler territory now.
Big spoilers. Alert! Alert!
So
alert.
if you want to watch this movie, I guess pause this.
How long is it gonna be up, by the way?
And then what?
How long until it goes away from it? It doesn't? It just stays on there forever?
I think this is staying. Yeah.
Ooh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Unlike
can watch
Wonder
it whenever.
Woman, which eventually went on video on demand and like Blu-ray and stuff. I think this is just staying on HBO Max. It's there. If you ever want to go back to it, you can, I guess. But
actually, I'm laughing, but right when Sam called me, I was legitimately watching it again because there's some stuff in the beginning that I want to make fun of that I forgot about, and I'm okay with it now. I wish I could watch that hour again. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch the last hour and the prologue again because I need to talk about all that stuff again. But I'm gonna ask you questions about the prologue
Sure.
specifically. I
Yeah.
think at the end, I think I
Yes.
get it. I think I
Yeah.
get it, but I'm sure you're up on it a lot more than me.
Yeah. I also
Probably
have a
care
lot of
more.
notes. I took
Good.
notes throughout the whole
My notes
thing.
are
I have
just
like
jokes, pretty much.
a
Is
lot
that
of
right?
mine are also
Okay,
jokes.
work.
Yeah.
Um, Here's what I want to say. Oh, so
Mm.
spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers, spoilers,
Yes, we're in it now.
spoilers.
We're in it now.
Here's what I'm going to say at the top of
Yeah.
my review. Who does this guy think he is? Sam.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
That...
I swear to
yeah.
God, there was like 7 or 8 times where I said, who does this MF think
Yeah.
he is?
It feels like this movie, it's
Sam?
just like huge mythology
He
and
thinks he's
just
gonna
like,
win an Academy Award for this, bro.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
This is his opus.
Yeah.
Well,
I
to
mean,
him, some
yeah.
of this stuff is the shots and the sweeping, and
it's very pretty. I think the
a lot of like, what do they
cinematography
call that?
is
What do they
very
call it
good.
with the with the shiny screen? What does they call that? That has like a. It's not Dutch angles. I mean,
No.
there's mad Dutch angles, but
Yeah.
what is that when they do the little ping? It's very Michael Bay. He likes to, you know, it's like a little ping of sun, like
Yeah,
a
I know what you're
ray of
talking about.
light.
I
You know what
forget.
I
I
mean?
forget. J.J.
Things are very
Abrams does the same thing.
lighty.
Yeah.
I have to say it again. Who does this guy think he is?
Yeah, it's yeah.
He went for it, bro.
Oh yeah, for
I'm gonna
sure.
give him that. He
It's
went for it. Like
in terms of look and like the feeling, it's nothing like any other superhero movie that wasn't directed by Zack
and I'm
Snyder
not
that
gonna
we've
say
ever
that
seen
that's not
before.
a good thing, though. I'm not saying that that's a good thing. There's some
Right.
points in here where I'm like, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, oof.
Right off the bat, I was very put off by the 4:3 ratio that it was in.
Okay.
Because I started watching it on my computer, and on my computer it was legit just a little
thin,
box.
yeah, a thin little
Like, and
strip in the
there was
middle.
bars on the bottom too. It was
Oh
terrible. But then
no, no,
I
no,
switched to
no,
my
no, no,
PlayStation, and it
no,
was
no, 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 no,
much
no.
better.
That was the first time I said, "Who does this think he is?"
Yeah.
What does it say? To preserve
To
the
preserve the
vision of
artistic vision, I think. Yeah.
who the does this mother think he is?
Yeah. I He stuck
Oh,
to it, you know? He definitely stuck to it. Also, I feel like it looked, I don't know if it was just me, but it looked kind of grainy a
it
little
sure
bit.
did.
Like it
Sure
never
did.
looked, it kind
Good.
of looked like it was just out of focus, just slightly
There was
a
a
little bit. And I
part,
don't know if it
Sam.
was just like my, what I was watching it on, but it felt like that the entire time.
Okay, the dream, the end with the future, which we'll get to in
Yeah,
probably 3 hours. This might have to be a 2-part goddamn
we might.
episode, Sam.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the part I'm trying not to laugh. The part where they're in the future and the Joker, right? Like all
Yeah.
that. So recently, I don't know if you remember that YouTubers, the Bat in the Sun. Shout out to those guys
I
that
know
could
what
do
you're
the
talking
verses.
about it.
So they
I
just
thought the
made a
same
Batman.
exact thing. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Sam.
I feel like
I
for
swear to God, I
most
was
of the
watching the
movie,
same thing, bro.
yeah,
That whack ass background and a
mm-hmm.
mad close up of whoever's talking,
yeah,
and legit Batman looked exactly the same.
yeah. So if you don't know, Bat in the Sun, they're a YouTube channel and they do a lot of like fan films and stuff like that. And they recently made a Batman
And they're pretty
fan
good.
film.
They used to
It
do
was
like
good. Yeah, it was
verses,
solid.
like just
Mm-hmm.
geek verses. So you could be
Yeah.
like somebody for, it could be like Goku versus Superman.
I
They've
think
done
the
like
last one I
Batman.
watched, they did like Flashpoint Batman versus Killmonger.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
crazy. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's just fun stuff like that, and they're good.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's cool, but
Mhm.
it's YouTube. It's it's
Right.
crowdfunded,
Yeah.
so it's not
It's on a budget. It's
millions
very
and hundreds of millions,
yeah.
right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
but they're cool.
Yeah.
But this movie, I shouldn't be comparing the two.
Yeah. I think yeah, Batman at times I think looked very just weird and
Which
like,
times did
look
he not look
like
very
he
weird?
fit in. And like at the end, you could see like all the spaces like through his mask, like you could fit a whole hand in there. Yeah. So that nightmare sequence, that was I think the only shot that the only scene that he came back and shot. Yeah. So I think that was the only new thing, was that nightmare sequence, or just elements of the nightmare sequence. But you could definitely tell it looked very last minute. Like for most of the shots, it's just the Joker's face with like the sun in focus and Joker's face like out of focus. It was weird. And also super unnecessary, because it was at the end of the movie. It was just a Batman dream sequence, and then he wakes up and he walks away. Like that's all it was.
That's what I'm gonna say about epilogue. It was a bunch of. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to curse everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to be positive.
Yeah,
I have a lot of jokes. Some of them are funny. Some of them are mean. But this is tough. I mean, first of all, don't play yourself and try to what. My first sergeant in the Army used to say, "Stop trying to John." No, I'm sorry. My boss at the bar used to say, "You're John Wayning it," which means trying to tough it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. When it starts to hurt, turn it off and come back to it. See, I didn't. When it started to hurt, I thought I could push through it. That's why I had to have spine surgery 3 weeks ago, because I was John Wayning it all my life. Don't John Wayne it. John Wayne was a jerk. Anyway.
It definitely benefits, just off of that point, when it feels like it starts to drag, take like half an hour. Walk away.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, I think when I
think that's why I'm so mad at this movie.
Yeah, because I think nothing is meant to be, just sit down for 4 hours and stare at a thing. Like that's why. In defense of the movie,
right? In defense of the movie, which you're not going to hear me say often, it's broken up into 6.
Yeah, it breaks it down for you.
Right.
Yeah, it gives you spaces to be like, okay, there's.
And then
6,
an epilogue.
And then an epilogue and a bit
which
of a
is like a half an hour long, the epilogue.
The epilogue is like 20 minutes, and then there's like a 10-minute prologue bit at the start. Which is just exposition.
The epilogue, there's more of exposition than that.
I know,
though.
But that was like just extreme exposition. Like if you've
the
never
epilogue
seen
is legitimately some things that didn't really fit in or didn't get in or people wanted that they smished together. And it's just like legitimate vignettes. That's what it looked like.
It's a voiceover, like and then like the characters like running and doing
a dream,
and smiling and being.
It's like, a meeting with somebody that we meet earlier in the movie. That's pretty lame. And then what else was it? The voiceover.
There was the voiceover, and then like you just saw like the Flash running, and then like and then he's like, "Look, I got a job, Dad." And
we're gonna talk about that dad and him relationship. You know what? His dad reminded me of Joaquin Phoenix in the Joker. He should have been the Joker.
They're
calling him man.
He's a man. Yeah, that character is very different than I think.
What a weird.
It's a very different characterization than we saw in the original.
Barry, put your hand on the glass and swear to God. Listen to me. I want you to promise, swear to your God right now. Swear. Tell me you never come back here. And you shut the fuck.
And then at the end, because he tells Barry to be like, stop worrying about me, and because it's ruining your life. Which in
calling
his
him
defense,
man.
It kind of is. But then at the end, Barry comes back. He's like, look, Dad, I got a job. And he's like, that's my boy. After he told him to not do that, and then he's just cool with it again.
Yeah. After he told him, don't ever come back here again.
Yeah.
Don't get a job. Come back here. And then forget about me.
Right.
And then he's screaming in the if a kid got a job. Shut up, bro. We're in jail. We don't care about your stupid kid. You're in jail, bro. I'm trying to get out. I got my kids on the other side too. Great. Good for your kid. Anyway.
I think you're probably going to disagree and yell at me, but I think the pacing of the beginning was surprisingly good.
That's fine. I don't think it was bad.
I watched the beginning, and then I was like, oh, 40 minutes went by already?
My problem is the content, not the timing. Yeah. I think the pacing was fine. I'm just talking about
the pacing of the movie, for it being a 4-hour movie, was surprisingly well, I think.
Right.
Like, for most of the time, like,
Some points I had to, oof.
yeah,
I fell asleep like there was like maybe a 5 minute like, oh dang, I
there were
fell
definitely
asleep.
some middle bits where it dragged a lot. And for me personally, I feel like it dragged the most when it was just like action sequences and stuff that we've seen already. Like the
Yeah, I
whole
don't
like
know what that
sewer
was. So those action
sequence.
sequences to me was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I want to see some fighting and doing stuff, even though some of it looks a little wonky. But I was
Yeah.
down with that. Like I was up for all that. It
Hmm.
was just some of the like the History Channel documentary reenactments,
Yeah.
bro. Oof.
Very much like that. So yeah, so the start isn't much in terms of content. It's very different from the beginning of the. I'm gonna keep making comparisons to the theatrical
Yeah,
cut.
that's good because
So
I don't really
yeah,
have
because
I'm going on this movie based on its merits alone, and I
yeah,
think that that's the problem with this movie. I think most people are going to compare the two, and
right. And I think that's sort of where all the praise is coming from
definitely
because
a
I
better
think
movie. If that's how you're judging it, of course this
yeah,
is a better movie, bro. It's the movie that he made, right?
right, yeah,
Where the other one
well,
was not.
entirely, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
I don't really remember the beginning that much.
Either. That's
Like
why I'm trying to watch it again, dude. And I just
yeah,
watched it
right, yeah.
yesterday.
So Batman, he finds Aquaman, and he's like,
And it
I'll,
literally starts with that. What was the end of what?
right. The end of Batman v
Batman v
Superman.
Superman.
It's
That's right.
just like it shows Superman dying, and then what I thought
Ugh.
was interesting, you sort of hear the cry of Superman dying, and then it's spread out throughout like the entire world and universe and stuff, and then everybody's like, oh, this is our chance now, because like in the original cut, it's just like Superman's dead. Oh, Steppenwolf is here. But in this one, it's like they hear Superman's dead.
Mm.
He was pretty much Earth's last defense, so they go it's open season down there, baby. We're gonna go down. We're gonna get our stuff.
But
There's no one really to
but
protect them.
but there's a point that they also say that out loud. I
Right?
think
Yeah.
it's Steppenwolf and Desaad are having a conversation,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
it out loud.
Yeah.
Or
He goes,
no,
no
I'm
more
sorry.
lanterns, no more Kryptonians.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then I think Diana and Bruce are having a conversation, and they talk
Yeah.
about it.
They do say it. They also say it in the last one, but I think just hearing that and seeing that, I thought it was very.
See,
I
to
was like,
you,
that's cool.
I just have to say that screamy thing, dude,
Mm.
like, oh my God, like, it made me mad uncomfortable, dude. Like, I hated it. I hated it. But
Okay.
I did like that when the scream hit the boxes, that it turned them on. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Okay. I hate
Yeah.
the sound of this, but that's cool.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm
The
down with
sound
that.
was might have not been the best, but I think
I hated it so much. And
what it
you
did was
see the
very.
ring. All right, we get it. He's Superman.
Yeah.
Okay, Gar, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So Batman, he finds Aquaman. Aquaman, you suck, dude. What are you doing, dude? You can. You're like one of the strongest people on the planet, and you're like, give me money and I'll tell you where Aquaman is. Like, just help him.
Damn.
You're not doing anything else, dude.
Damn.
You're
He's
a
the
hobo who lives in the ocean.
grossest. Do they think he's? I think they think he's. They show that it's so disturbing. First of all, he keeps taking his shirt off just because. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
you're hot.
Yeah.
Got it. Were they singing? Were they singing to him?
That. Yeah.
Dude.
That bit, I was
It
like, what?
reminded me of that movie Midsummer, like that culty
Yeah.
looking. They think he's like a god, right? Like that's what it is, right?
Yeah, they think he's like some sort of sea angel, I guess.
Right.
I don't really
And those
know.
women
Yeah.
just want him, like they want to be his like hunk. I don't know. Like it's
I
so
think they just sort of worship him because he does
yeah.
come and he helps the village. He
It
brings
brings
them
them
food
food.
and stuff. So
So the
he's
village got
doing.
the 25,000 miles, or he got the 25,000 miles.
I don't think anybody got the.
Remember that little kid took it from Bruce when he
Yeah,
was like hanging up.
I guess the village got it.
But what
Also,
was
I
that
love
all
how
about?
Bruce he gets there and he just hands them a business card. Like that's how he introduces himself to this village of like, who live on
In the
like
middle of nowhere.
yeah, away from the outside world. You have to literally ride horseback to get to their village. He goes, "Here's my business card," and then they're like, I don't know what you want."
This is my favorite. The guy's like, what do you mean he got through here? There haven't been boats in 3 weeks. And he said he got over the mountain. That's impossible. Nobody. Oh, yeah. He's Batman.
Yeah.
He could ride horses better, I guess, than everybody else too.
Also, Why didn't Batman just speak their language from the beginning? Why do you have to do that thing where he like spoke it and then they're all like, "Whoa"?
Maybe
if you can speak it, just
there
speak
is
the language.
there is some use to that. Like, oh, I don't understand you, and so maybe they'll say something that they think is useful, but then he'll be like, "Ha, I understand you, sucker."
Yeah, but I don't think this Batman was thinking that. I think he was just like, "What's going on, guys? I'm Bruce Wayne, and
I'm telling you, I'm cool.
I'm Batman."
Just want to show you I'm cool.
But that was most of that. We've seen it already. It was pretty much the same thing.
Also, what does it say on his business card? Bruce Wayne, billionaire playboy?
I guess, like,
former Batman?
I don't know.
He was supposed to have been Batman for 20 years, they said, bro.
That's the thing I don't like about this version of Batman, is because he's been Batman for 20 years and he's still sort of in that period where people are like, is the Batman real? Yes.
20 years,
bro. He's been doing it for 20 years.
You could probably go to Gotham and see him, dude.
Yeah. Like the cop that was friends with JK or Commissioner Gordon.
How did you get it? How did you get into? I wrote that down. Why are you asking him how he got in touch with him, bro?
Yeah, the big light in the sky.
So you know exactly how he. And you're a cop, bro. You know exactly how he got in touch with him, bro.
Yeah.
And also, J.K. Rowling to me, I think J.K. Rowling is a great actor.
J.K. Simmons. J.K. Rowling is
she's a horrible person.
Yeah,
he is a great actor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But everything he does has a little bit of like, to me. Mm-hmm. It's a little funny. And ain't nothing funny about being Jim Gordon. There is nothing funny about being the commissioner in that city, bro. That dude is, there's nothing good about that dude's life. Like, there's no happiness in that dude's life.
Yeah, like it opens up. He's literally walking down the hallway of the GCPD, and there's people like beating each other up inside
hallway of the bro. Somebody murdered and raped and crippled his daughter. They killed his son there. Yeah. Like, he's been kidnapped multiple times, brainwashed. Like, no, ain't nothing funny about that. And why you always got some files in your hand? Where you going?
He's always reading something.
Somebody handed him a stack of like old timey paper notes at the beginning.
Yeah, and he just threw them away.
Yeah,
he looked at them and he went, "Nope," chucked him in a garbage can.
Yeah.
And then
how are you?
The other cop was like,
"I gotta call him.
Look at this parademon. You think it's Batman?" He's like, "No, you idiot. Why would it be Batman?"
Also, was the witness 5 years old? Is that how you draw? Is that police? Is that a sketch artist? Did you get a police sketch artist to do that? And that's how he draws? Yeah. Or is that how the witness draws?
I think it was a kid. I think it was a kid.
No, it was wasn't it the janitor or somebody? A kid. They didn't say it was the kid.
Well, no, the janitor was the one.
How are you gonna get in touch with Batman? Shut up, bro. Exposition much? Yeah. Every time I say exposition, take a drink, everybody. Of juice or water. Hydrate, stay hydrated. But there's a lot of exposition. That was one exposition. And I probably missed like 5 before that. But that was a big exposition. Mm-hmm. I'm going to call that guy Joe Exposition.
I guess, not saying that this is a good thing, but this movie, it took very bold leaps because it introduced like 6 characters we've never met before and had to introduce backstories for all of them. So, like, if that's your plan for a movie, like, it's gonna be 6 hours or 4 hours long with mostly exposition.
Imagine how much they cut out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, just look at how much they cut out from the original.
Just that ancient battle. Holy cow, bro.
Yeah, it looked bad.
Sam.
It looked bad.
Sam.
It looked really bad.
Sam.
And like Wonder Woman's weird narration over it. She's like,
also Wonder Woman. She heard on the news that there was a fire in Greece, and she was like, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Went to Greece from Paris, I guess. Just
yes, so yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna take a break from being an art restorer. While wearing this white leather Versace dress. Oh, by the way, which has a matching trench coat that goes over top. Work then. And so she got there. We don't know that she could fly, right? She can't fly.
I mean, in Wonder Woman 84, she
Does
learns
she
how to
fly?
fly at the end of that movie, but I don't know if
Right
it's
now, it's like
connected.
big old
So
jumps, right? It's just like big
yeah,
jumps.
yeah. But as of when this movie is made, I don't think
Okay,
she can fly.
that's neither here nor there. She goes from Paris to Greece.
Right.
I guess that same day because she's still wearing that Versace outfit,
Oh yeah,
looking amazing with like 6-inch pumps. I love it. And then I just want to say, I wrote down those guards are poop. She goes around the corner and there's like,
yeah. There's like, hey, what's going on? I
she
don't know,
goes around the
fire.
other corner.
Yeah.
And like, thank God that little stall thing is there, like with all the equipment that she needs to make a torch. Because
that felt like that felt like a scene out of like Tomb Raider or something. Just the way it was shot, because like she picks up the thing, she looks at it, and then it's just like a weird jump cut to her tying a rope around it, and then jump cut to her dipping it in gasoline, and then jump cut to her lighting the match.
Everybody, I also want you to know that she's doing this. She jumps down into an ancient tomb.
Oh yeah,
with like 6-inch heels
from like 50 feet,
and still her Versace trench and dress on. Yeah. Diana is a princess.
That thing is
a queen, y'all.
And when she comes out of it, that thing is white as it was when she walked in.
Diana work. I live. But here's my problem, Sam. She learned a lot down there.
Everything she needed to.
Everything she needed to know.
Just from, I guess, that painting of Darkseid?
From that painting of that primitive painting of Darkseid.
Yeah.
He learned. Okay, another question I have: if her people were involved in that ancient fight, why don't they have that? Why they don't have that? Where she's from? They don't have that. Where she's
why
from?
is it? Yeah.
Why is it in
also?
Greece? Why isn't it part of her upbringing? And also,
why don't the Amazons just? Can they come back to like real Earth?
I think so.
So then, what are you guys doing?
Also, does she not remember that place is there? Does she not know that it's there? The place that guards the box.
I don't think
it's a secret even to the Amazons.
The weird temple she went down into?
No, the one on Themyscira.
Oh, I assume she knows it's there.
So why you got to go down the temple?
It's literally in a big.
They don't teach y'all about why that thing is there. Why you have to guard it all 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
They have a system in place to defeat it, but she didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
The next queen of Themyscira didn't know nothing about it. Your mother didn't tell you nothing about it. You don't know nothing about Darkseid or any of that stuff.
It doesn't seem like anybody knows anything about anything in this movie.
So she had to go down in that tunnel for exposition so that we understood. She should just know. I would be like, oh, Diana knows.
Yeah. And I think the original cut, she does just know. I don't think she doesn't, that sequence isn't in the original movie. Yeah.
You were raised, they guarded it 24 hours a day. Yeah. I mean, you might not know what it is. Oh, I guess that's the thing, huh? Mm-hmm. They don't know what it is. It's just a box.
Yeah.
I guess.
I have some more questions about the box, but I think first we should take a little break, just real quick to.
Yeah, I need to I need to calm down a little bit.
To refresh and get our brains going. So we're gonna take a little break, everybody. We will be back in a few.
And we're biggity back. Hope everybody had a good break. Yep. Hope you enjoyed my commercial. More of my voice.
Needed one. I need that break. I think. And we decided we're going to be doing this in 2 parts because there's just so much substance to this movie and so much to talk about and so many questions.
I need to keep my blood pressure down. Yeah. So.
I think something fun would be if you listen to this episode and you have any questions, reach out to us and we will try to answer those questions if we can. If you have any, reach us at geekstogetherpod@gmail.com or
right.
Instagram, which is also geekstogetherpod, and we will try our best to. Chances are, any questions you have are also questions we have because we know a lot.
I have
about
to watch
stuff,
this again.
We still
Definitely.
don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna watch the epilogue and maybe the last hour in the epilogue, just to kind of get my mind around some stuff. Yeah. And I know it sounds like I'm mad at this thing. There's a lot of jokes here. A lot of this is fun poking. I mean, I watched it and I wasn't not entertained.
I enjoyed it as a whole.
The part where they're in Themyscira, that fight, dude, that's bad.
Yeah.
I was like on the edge of my
Mm-hmm.
seat the whole
Yeah.
time. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Also, real quick, I just want to go back to the mother boxes.
Yes.
So after the flashback sequence, it's
The
set up that
ancient flashback sequence?
yeah.
Okay.
So one box was given to the Amazonians,
Right.
makes sense.
Right.
Another box was given to the Atlanteans, makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
But then the third box was given to humans.
Boo.
When in this flashback, there's literally the old gods of Olympus and Green Lanterns, literal space laser cops from space in the sky. Why wouldn't you give it? Why would you give it to the humans who just put it in a hole?
Idiots.
If you could give it to Zeus was there.
Literal Zeus.
Zeus was standing there right next to you, and you say, "Let's give it to these Viking dudes."
Is that who? Is that who almost killed? Was that human guy with the horns that almost killed Darkseid? Was that a human?
That was the guy with the horns. I think was Ares. Zeus was beard guy
with the
lightning.
axe. That was Ares. That almost killed Darkseid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give it to those guys?
I don't. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know.
Human?
I guess
it legitimately ended up under somebody's sink.
Some dude just buried it, and then the Nazis found it, and then America had it, and it was just sitting in the Pentagon for like 70 years before Silas Stone was like, "Hey, that's an alien.
I'm gonna
box.
take this to my house and put it under the sink."
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in my closet,
bro,
where my literal half mother box son lives. Because why would the parademons look there for it? I don't know. It just makes, I don't know. That part makes, I guess it's because the old gods died and there's no Green Lanterns in this movie, so you can't just be like they had it. Make sense.
But there are some Green Lanterns in this movie.
Yeah, there's 2 Green Lanterns for like 2 seconds. So one, I think,
he was not good.
Yeah, so the one in the flashback, I think his name is something like Yulan Gore or something like that, which in the comics he was the Green Lantern of Sector 2814, which is what Hal Jordan is in charge of. It's Earth and like surrounding solar systems and stuff. I think he was that Green Lantern like long time ago.
Yeah,
but then there's a weird, like super quick sort of setup of a nightmare sequence that Cyborg has.
Right.
And where it shows like Darkseid, or no, it's Darkseid. Because I guess Darkseid on Apokolips, which is where he lives, has like weird hypothetical scenarios going on all the time of just him destroying things.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was supposed to be like what's going on at Apokolips or just what could happen if
I
Darkseid
didn't
came
try
down.
to follow what it was. I was just like, okay, this is a part of the movie.
But we see like a weird scenario where all of the Justice League is dead. And I think Superman's evil or something, but real quick we see a shot of a Green Lantern dead on the floor, and I think it was Kilowog.
Maybe.
It resembled Kilowog.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't know why it was there, but cool.
Also, in the ancient one, when Darkseid killed the Green Lantern, the ring stops in front of Darkseid, like it's gonna choose him.
I think Darkseid tries to take it, and then the ring is like, "No, I'm okay."
No, I think doesn't somebody like pull him out of the way or like push him or hit him or something?
No, I think he goes for it, and then it just doesn't. Yeah.
Oh, it moves out of his way. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was like considering him, and I was like, wait, what? Ew.
No,
that's weird.
I think it was just like, what are you doing, dude? I'm leaving.
I was side note. I was reading Deceased the other day, and there's in that Hal Jordan becomes a zombie, and Mockingbird, not Mockingbird, Black Canary becomes the next Green Lantern of Earth. Yeah, like, and it happens right when he dies. Like, she kills him and then becomes the Green Lantern. Nice. I was like, I guess, okay, cool.
It's probably like
because he becomes a zombie, you know.
Yeah,
and so she
been like a Yoda with Luke and Leia situation. Like,
that was pretty weird.
Yoda was like, I wanted the ring was like, I wanted Black Canary to be the Green Lantern this whole time, so I just had to wait for Hal Jordan to die.
Yeah, I've been waiting for her to kill him.
Yeah, I wanted this. I didn't want this guy. I wanted this. I wanted her.
Stinks.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. So okay, that I was like, I didn't really get that part, but that whole ancient battle, boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was.
was a good cutscene for a video game.
Yeah. Like if I was playing an Assassin's Creed game and that happened, and that was like the beginning, which it felt like the beginning of most Assassin's Creed games, I would have been like, awesome, cool. But I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't really fit. I don't think. It was an interesting sequence, and I think it would have been better if it was just released as like a preface to the movie. You know, like it was just sort of released to the internet and being like, look at this. You know.
Yeah.
And then you go on from there, and it's like, cool.
I want to go back to something we were talking about, the Aquaman, real quick.
Yeah.
There's two things about that Aquaman scene. The Aquaman, I don't know if it's Finland, Iceland. I'm sorry, I don't really know where that's.
I think it's Iceland.
Okay,
but it might also be Finland. I don't know.
There's a point where they do that thing in movies where Bruce Wayne is telling Aquaman the thing about himself. He's saying there's a myth of a guy that does a thing where he comes and he doesn't. Why are you telling this guy that if you think he is that? Why don't you just say, you the Aquaman? Are you this guy that I've heard about? Why are you telling him the story? And my favorite part is that he calls him Aquaman. The Aquaman. Yes.
I didn't pick up
on it. Or I'm going to do his voice the way he does it when he's Batman. Or the Aquaman, as they call him. Aquaman, he calls him. Like Spider-Man, but Aquaman.
Yeah.
And then this is my favorite part. When he's in the water, drunk bum, take off my shirt with my Abercrombie and Fitch leather thonged pants.
Yeah.
Is that help in the water, by the way? Do those pants help when you swim? Why don't you put on cool, scaly aqua stuff? What does nothing, bro? You're under the sea. Just take off your pants.
Yeah.
Anyway, he is in there, and there's like a song. The music in this,
there's within. I have a note. I think within the first 20 minutes, there's like 3 sad operatic songs that play. I think the original score is really good.
The old score,
like just the score of the movie, like not like any of the soundtrack, just like the music that's playing during action sequences and stuff like that. Like I thought the music that was playing during, like, while the sequence of Batman climbing up the mountain and stuff to find Aquaman,
so the sweeping, like really original good. Orchestral score, right?
Yeah. Because originally this was done by, I think the guy's name is Junkie XL, and Hans Zimmer did the score for this originally, and then in the theatrical cut it was Danny Elfman, and a lot of that was just like recycled themes and like callbacks and stuff like that. But I think throughout the entirety of the Snyderverse, the scores have been fantastic. Like
yes, sure. The like original music, like singing, and there's some guitar riffs.
Yeah.
So the one I'm talking about right now is in when the Aquaman. I'm gonna call him that from now on forever. The Aquaman. When the Aquaman is in the water, of course, waist up, no shirt on. I'm not going to help you, Batman. I'm a cool guy. And those contact lenses, girl. I love those contact lenses. And I'm a guy. I'm a tough look at my tattoos, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there is this song playing. And it's like this grizzled voice, like a folk songy thing. In my head, this music was like... Zack Snyder originals. Like he wrote. Are you
talking about when he leaves in the beginning and the girl starts singing, or is it something else?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So while he's having that conversation with Bruce, are you going to help me stay?
To Lois Lane and
no. Hold on. The waves are crashing around him while he's saying things. I don't even know what he was saying. There's a song playing, and the song. Here's the lyrics right now. You ready?
I don't know what this is.
It says this. It says, "There is a kingdom. There is a king. He lies inside. He is within." And it just keeps saying that over.
Oh, yeah.
And over.
Yeah.
And over.
I thought you were talking about when he leaves and then the girl picks up the sweater and she starts singing, but yeah.
Killing me. I was like, bro, that's another time where I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah, the soundtrack, the song, it's so weird,
dude. Yeah. That guitar, I want to make the action guitar riff my ringtone. It is so over the top action, bro. Like, and it's all the time. And if that sounds obnoxious in your ears right now, everybody, that's exactly what it sounds like in the movie. All the time. Every time there's a fight. I'm not even going to talk about the fight with Wonder Woman at the beginning with the quote unquote terrorist. The best part of that was the little girl when she said, you could be whatever you want. That was badass because I was like, hell yeah. All little girls watch you kill all these dudes. That was dope.
Yeah.
Everything before that?
Does
this happen often? Is
also,
this a thing?
You know,
terrorists take Wonder over Woman, a building and blow it up? Like, is that a thing? I know there's terrorism, but
also, Wonder Woman, why are you taking so long?
Let's go, girl.
Yeah, she takes her time. She's stealthing it. She does like a Batman takedown. She's like, "Hey, terrorist, what are you doing?" And he's like, "We're terrorists." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "You're too late." And she's like, "For what?" Stop. Go into the other room with the other terrorists.
There was legitimate 13 seconds when you got in the room, girl. You could have finished that like 3 minutes ago, but you had to stop and hang this dude upside down.
She had to stand on the statue and be like, whoa, what's going on?
How much statue sitting is there
also,
in this movie?
When she picks up the bomb, this is my least favorite movie trope of all time. It says 2 seconds. There's legit, I think, 14 or 15 seconds before it actually explodes. There's a slow-mo sequence, but still, there's still a good 7 seconds of her picking up the bomb, closing it, jumping into the air, and then throwing it up. Like, I hate that in movies.
Here's another one of the problems that I have with that. He says that a 4-block radius will be destroyed. Did she throw it up that high?
No, it was. I'd say maybe 100. I don't know, measurements that good, but it was just maybe like 100 feet above the building.
And here's the second time she does that. Not only does she take too long the first time, she messes around and does it the second time too.
Yeah.
She's lucky that dude's gun was empty, 1. 2, he had to get another gun. Yeah. He was about to kill everybody in that room, girl.
Oh, yeah.
You should have jumped. When the bomb dropped you down, that's when you should have dropped down and killed that dude. Yeah. What are you doing? Are you doing this for the cameras?
I did.
There's cameras?
I did like the bit where she goes really fast and blocks all the bullets with her.
When you say you mean you laughed at the bit when she's like doing a little on her knees, like I
think it was. I don't know. I thought it was like, that's cool.
I like the big clang your arms together thing and blow stuff up. That's cool.
She just straight up destroys the whole thing.
She destroyed that whole part of the building.
Yeah.
And the little girl's, oh my God, can I destroy property like you when I grow up? She's like, girl, work.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Wonder Woman does that same move like 8 times, which I'm fine with.
Well, we had to see it.
Why aren't you just doing that?
All the time.
Yeah.
It works for everything.
Every time.
Yeah.
Why are you doing anything else besides that? It's never set up that she's like, I need to have a certain amount of energy to do it, or I can't do it in succession.
All I'm doing is clanging my bracelets together. Yeah.
She's like, what? We don't have Superman? Okay, watch back. Bling, and then boom.
It even pushes Superman.
Yeah. Girl. It knocked Steppenwolf back down an entire corridor.
Yes.
Yeah. It was crazy.
He beats Aquaman's ass underwater, don't he? He just
Yeah.
I mean, he gets him back. He gets him back. That was
Before we finish, I do think we should talk. We haven't talked anything about Flash and Cyborg.
Man,
we should talk about their characters a little bit.
I know we're going to talk about it again next week. We're going to talk about more. I'm sorry. 0. I give this Flash a 0. I'm
really. Here's the thing.
I think it's because I know he's a gross dude in real life. Like, he did some nasty stuff in real life. But when we saw him in Fandom, he was very like, I'm guru. I'm like a hippie dude. Like, okay. Yeah. In the movie, my first interpretation of you is you're gross, dude. Like, touching that girl's face. Like, I know that you were like, you guys were flirting. Sure, whatever, bro. But like, just go save her. And that song that's playing is another one of those songs. Y'all mark these scenes. The scene where Flash goes to save Iris when her car flips. Listen to the music.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, Sam.
Okay. I know you're probably going to disagree with me here. But, again, compared to the Flash that we got in the original, which he was just a bumbling idiot all of the time, I thought this was a a massive improvement because I think
I
he's
don't think
actually
he's an idiot. I just think he's
right.
I don't like him as
He's
a person.
weird. He's a weird character. It's a weird interpretation of that character specifically, and any character in general. But I think, I like he's a bit more competent in this one. He actually knows what he's doing a little bit. Like in the last one, like during the because that fight sequence with Steppenwolf and all the people where he's like, where are the mother boxes and stuff under the harbor? That was changed a little bit. Like originally the Flash is like, Batman, what am I supposed to do? I've never fought people before. But in this one he just knows, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go do this. Do something. I'm gonna be like that. And he's like, I'm trying to help out, but I don't know what I'm doing. They're just like, go do something else. Flash is like, cool, got it. And then he's running, he's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, he's a scientist, so he should know science, especially the science of his own powers. And that's cool. I have no problem with that. I'm talking about him as a person. Like, even their friendship, like him and... I don't buy the friendship of that. I don't buy the friendship of him and Cyborg. Like, when, where, what? Yeah. I don't get it. There's also Cyborg... just the look of Cyborg alone.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, like, I actually like the Doom Patrol version of Cyborg more than I think I like this version of Doom Patrol.
Yeah, because the Doom Patrol version, he's like an established hero, and he's all smug, and he's like, I know what I'm doing,
I like the way he looks too. Like, I like his aesthetic.
It's very much very much on budget, but it's a cool look for the TV for that show.
I like that they gave Cyborg a lot more to do in this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I know was a big issue in the other one.
Yeah.
I like that actor. I think he's a great actor, but there's times, Sam, where he just legitimately looks like a floating head, bro. Like, it looks bad.
There's times, it looks bad.
Super bad. Like, when he's not even, when he's wearing a hoodie, bad.
I really didn't like that. He's also, he's very little.
It's weird. He has like a tiny little waist, like... He looks like a Terminator more than...
And then also, like, the actual robot part has, like, these weird, like, patterns and, like, weird little, like, hexagonal ridges and
like
stuff.
Crystallizations, kind of like...
Yeah.
Like, girl, no.
Yeah.
I love, again, that you have so much stuff to do in this movie.
They very much go deep
integral, for sure.
Because a major difference in this one is that Silas Stone doesn't die in... the 2017 version. Yeah. It's like at the end, they're like, we're pals again, and like he gets we see it for like 2 seconds.
They don't get that chance here.
Yeah, but like he gets in the original version, he gets like a little suit upgrade, and that suit looks cool, but we see it for like 2 seconds, and we'll never see it again. But in this one he dies, and then now he sort of has to figure it out on his own, I guess. Which is interesting. But
And so I think that it seemed a lot to me, Sam, that a lot of what was going on in this movie was setting up other movies, right?
Yeah, that's the thing that Zack
Especially
Snyder said.
Aquaman, right? Because when he goes underwater and is talking to the Green Goblin, sorry, I forget.
I legit forgot Willem Dafoe was a part of these. He showed up. I was like, Willem Dafoe? I'm like, Willem Dafoe?
WTF are they talking about right now?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Also, why come if they know how to squeak underwater, they got to make bubbles?
Yeah, I think that was just to...
And is that mirror the bad person mirror that we don't want? It is.
Yeah.
She stayed in.
Yeah.
He didn't take her out. Okay.
No.
Also,
she has a weird British accent
that
comes out of nowhere. She doesn't have that in any other time she's played the character. She does not have that accent. And when she spoke, I was like, what?
TF was that about, bro?
It's so weird. I don't know why she had it. I don't know if it was like sort of like a Princess Leia situation where she's just doing it to seem like she's... Like, that's
there
what
was
I thought
a lot of that for me in this movie. Like, a lot of, like, you have to say how it's written. Like, when the exposition dumps, especially, it was just like, there were times when Diana was reading from a script and you knew it, bro.
It felt like she was just sitting at a table with a microphone in front of her, reading off the paper.
And that was where they spent some of that extra money. Like, okay, we got to pay her to do, like, a table read.
Because the thing that she's saying is insane. It's crazy.
There's a part where Bruce does it. Like, And then we got like 2 or 3 like around the table meetings where everybody says what's gonna happen instead of just showing us this is a movie, y'all.
Yeah.
Just show me.
I haven't. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Where they all
just
finish.
Do the plan.
They all finish the sentence.
Do it.
Yeah.
Because you said it, and now I know what you're gonna do, and I can go to the bathroom now.
Yeah.
I would rather have taken that out.
Yeah.
Cut the time. Because if I gotta pee, I'll do it during the stupid table meeting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when I'll do it. If I know you're gonna do it.
I think what I might do is I might take like a screenshot of my notes and put them on the Instagram.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Yeah. Nobody's gonna be able to read my serial killer handwriting, but
I you actually wrote them down. I have notes on my phone.
I can't. Yes, see, I thought about doing that, but I'm not fast enough. So I just was doing it in my sloppy little shorthand. Man. Oh, and we have to mention, everybody, this is something that we have to talk about. That the Martian Manhunter appears in this movie.
I was. Why? That first scene?
No.
Why did he have to pretend to be Martha?
Can I ask you a question? How much time is there between Batman v Superman and the beginning of this?
I think it's meant to be like the real time between Batman v Superman and the release of the original, which is like a year and a half.
And okay, how much time was Clark and Lois together? Like, so it's between the Man of Steel and Batman v Superman?
Maybe like 3 years, the most, I guess.
I was just like, why are y'all so in love? Like, why are you so obsessed with this dude? Why? Also, why did you have the cape with the hole that he got? Also, why do you have
she
that?
Just has like a picture of her just with Superman.
Yeah.
Because he's not wearing his glasses.
No.
So people are going to be, is that Superman?
Are you dating Superman? Is that Superman in a flannel?
Yeah. But, so Martian Manhunter, there's a nice, quite a nice scene.
That was really sweet. Really
it was a nice scene. And then Martha walks out, and then her eyes turn red, and I was like, oh no. Vision? What the heck?
Yeah.
And then she turns into Martian Manhunter.
The fully CGI'd Martian Manhunter, guys. Fully.
Look, it looked bad. Yep, we'll say it. It looked bad. It looked...
it looked like Martian Manhunter.
It did, but it looked worse than the CW's Martian Manhunter, I think. I don't know if you've seen
because some of that was, because that was not fully CGI. It was a dude with prosthetics on.
Yeah.
Some of it was CGI. Like if he flew and junk, whatever. Yeah.
In what?
In the Superman, the old Superman show, right? There's the guy with that likes Oreos.
No, I'm talking about because in Supergirl.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Supergirl, there's a Martian Manhunter, and he's a fully CGI.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to look at pictures of that. I didn't know that. The last time I saw one on the CW was in Smallville.
Nice.
That guy that likes the Oreos. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
He traps him in the barn with Oreos. Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah, we'll say that. But he looks bad. Yeah, great, whatever. CGI, it's whatever. But how does he know so much about Martha Kent?
And what you doing there?
Why are you doing it?
Why are you at Lois's house? What are you...
That scene, making that...
Are you Martha Kent?
Yeah.
You came from the house.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, he knows that the bank, she lost the house to the bank. She knows so much about her... history.
We followed that character out of the house.
Yeah.
Doing all her stuff. Come on, dog. Get in the thing. Drive to Lois's apartment. Mm-hmm. But wait, did he kidnap Martha Kent somewhere along the way?
It felt very much like Zack Snyder was like, I want to put Martian Manhunter in here.
And he's Martha Kent?
Yeah. Because as she was walking out, it felt weird because you don't see Lois
say goodbye,
or they don't say goodbye to each other.
I thought that too, Sam.
So it felt very much like that was just a last minute thing. But if it was,
say goodbye, if that was you give her a hug, say goodbye, give her a kiss goodbye. Yeah. I'll talk to you.
This is your dead son's girlfriend. You just had this deep conversation.
She kept telling her, if you need somewhere to stay, you can stay.
Yeah.
She don't have nowhere to stay.
No.
That's your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Let her stay.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, she said she found a nice little place that suits her.
What?
But
next to the diner. So that means she's gonna go work as a waitress.
I guess. Yeah.
Man.
But back, if that was a last minute thing, adding Martian Manhunter,
of course it was.
It
Sam
adds nothing, and it takes away from the scene.
It looks stupid. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of just in terms of.
I'm not saying it looks stupid the way he looked. He looked like I expected him to look. CGI. Right. Duh. Yeah. It looks stupid in the sense that it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. He didn't.
A human being.
Yeah.
Why would you close the door on this lady?
Right. Yeah. But by not having that conversation be between Lois Lane and Martha Kent, a nice, heartwarming conversation that makes...
you think that these two women would have in real life, right?
And Martha's like, you gotta live your life, Lois. You gotta move on and stuff. And she's like, I'll think about it. Thank you for that.
Which I thought about later. Yeah, we get that if she's... No, I think I'm wrong again. I thought it meant like, she's the key to the future, and if Lois Lane is not alive or something, then she has... Okay. Then we get that dream sequence of Superman bugging out. But if she just stayed in her apartment, she's safer than when she goes to work.
Yeah. She's not doing anything that...
We're all home.
Yeah. Also, if Martian Manhunter knew this, then he'd know that Superman's coming back. And that everything
he seems to be some sort of all-knowing person.
I guess, yeah.
He says, when he leaves the apartment, and I quote, "The world needs you too, Lois." That's what he says.
Okay.
Because spoilers.
I was just this too shocked by the
revelation. This character is actually from the Man of Steel. He is the General.
General Haywood.
General Haywood. And also, I forget the actor's name. He's one of those guys. You go, oh, I know that guy. I know that guy.
When he walks out, he's Martha Kent. Right. And then he's Martian Manhunter
in the hallway.
And then he just goes. He turns into General Haywood.
Right.
In his full army gear. Why wouldn't you wait till you're like in your car or something to do that? Dude. What if Lois opened the door again?
Are you going to get in the U-Haul that you came in?
Yeah. What if Lois opened the door again and there's just this general dude outside her door and he's like, that seems
This is what I'm talking about. That is nothing but movie exposition, dude. It's just movie exposition. It's just for us to go...
Because at the end, Martian Manhunter shows up at Batman's house after a nightmare sequence. Okay. And Batman, I love that scene so much. It's so funny. Damn. Batman walks out and he's like, "What? Who are you? Like, what's going on? Hi." And Martian Manhunter's like, "Hey." And then Bruce is like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm Martian. I'm gonna help you if you need it. I'm here." And he's like, "Cool."
Darkseid is probably gonna come back. Probably.
Yeah.
Because remember,
Bruce Wayne's like,
he was looking at you guys.
He's like literally, he's like rubbing his eyes, and he has like bed head.
Okay, I guess I'll see you later.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm Martian Manhunter, by the way, and he's like, cool. Great, okay, thanks.
I'm Batman, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Ben Affleck CGI? Ben Affleck is CGI in that scene, Sam.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, he's chubby AF. This Ben Affleck was super like thin and like
think I was watching a lot of the movie and he looked like super little. And I think that was because I was used to seeing him
in the suit
from the 2017 cut,
he's
which
like
was mostly reshoots where he was just sad and bulky. Like an alcoholic and just letting himself go while he was doing those reshoots, Like that was like peak Ben Affleck sad period. So I think
so he was thin here.
Yeah, probably. I think for most of the movie, he's like at...
Watch it again, though, and tell me, because it looked a little wonky, bro. There's like a breeze that blows, when...
I think it was also because we haven't seen him just in like a t-shirt and like sweatpants. He's just wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants where most of the movies
What a house, like huh? Boy, it must be nice to be a billionaire.
I know. Yeah.
What a house, dude. Holy moly. I love it.
There was a bit where they meet Alfred. They go to the Batcave and they meet Alfred. Dude. And I don't know if... Okay, I don't know if I just was because I wasn't looking at the screen, so I don't know if Alfred said it, but I think Batman said, "This is Alfred. I work for him."
Yes,
at one point
he did.
He did,
totally
right?
Did. Yes.
Okay. Because I was really confused. I was like, "What? No, you don't."
Yes. So there's two things about that whole, and that's when Diana the first time we see Alfred is kind of when Diana and Bruce go down there by themselves
Yeah.
because they're trying to get the group together.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing is that there's a weird, not real chemistry between him and Diana where I touch hands.
That was really
I'm
weird.
Shut up. Both of you, shut up.
Yeah.
Stupid. Both of you, shut up. You don't like each other. Stop.
No.
Don't nobody care about that. We don't want to see that. Shut up. Stop. And then Bruce leaves to go get Flash or whatever. I don't know where he goes. Whatever. Mm-hmm. And Alfred and Diana are in there alone working on some junk. And she's like, I'm gonna make some tea. You want some? No, I'm good. I'm okay. Alfred says. So she's over there making the tea, and then he comes and mansplains how to make tea to a woman who is 5,000 years old, bro. Like, shut up, Alfred.
Yeah.
What was, first of all, why you put that in there? Why did I need that?
But also the thing is,
why?
I don't think she was doing it correctly, and if she wasn't, why doesn't she know how to do that?
They don't have tea in Themyscira?
Yeah, because
I doubt it.
I think when he was explaining the stuff and she wasn't, that's not what she was doing. I think
but
she was
it doesn't
doing something
matter.
Different.
She was just doing it her way.
Either way, it's
he
a
was
weird,
mansplaining.
Either way, it's
like,
a weird scenario.
Was that like supposed to be some sort of comedy relief or something? Because it was not funny.
I think the idea was supposed to be that she doesn't know how to make tea.
No, she knew exactly. She looked like she knew how to make tea.
I mean, she was doing something. She was doing it. Alfred's like, hey,
don't put the scalded tea. Bro, if I'm making tea, I'm just gonna make tea. Look here, boom. Right. I want some tea. Stop. I don't give a bloop bloop about your little British way. Get out of here with your colonizer, imperialist, how to make tea. You know how you learn how to do that? Because you took over India and China and all the countries in the world that cultivated and knew how to make tea 5,000 years ago. Shut up, Alfred. Shut up. Shame on you, Zack Snyder, for putting that in there. We didn't need that scene. Nobody wants that scene.
Yeah.
Who cares? EWW exclamation point. Gross. Okay, and let's get rid of that chemistry between him and Diana. Again, he's obsessed with Steve. Like,
yeah,
he's gonna come back. She still talks about that dude. Oh, I knew a guy who would like to fly. Oh, we never even talked about that bat plane that they got from from Star Wars, the Clone Wars.
We still got a lot to.
That's exactly what that was, huh? It looked like a transport ship from Star Wars, the Clone Wars.
A little bit. It looked like a whale, which was weird.
And of course, Cyborg fixed it at the last minute, right when we needed it. She wants to fly. It's in her nature to fly. There's that exchange between him and Aquaman when they first get there, and Aquaman is like, "Okay, bro,
like,
that's cool."
What?
Oh,
that's how I felt. That's how I felt watching it.
You talk to machines. Yeah, machines. I'm part of. Yeah, he talks to machines, bro. He's a machine dude.
You talk to fish.
Why is that so weird for you?
Yeah.
Drunk, alcoholic jerk. I think we have to stop because my blood pressure.
So I
love Themyscira. I like the way they actually kill Steppenwolf. I thought that was cool. It was like a 3, like stab him, punch him, chop off his head.
I really liked
that was dope.
That sequence, the last sequence. I thought it was really good.
That was dope.
Compared to in the theatrical cut, we had that weird Russian family that was.
Thank God, I heard about that Russian family, and then I was like, oh, they're gonna talk
about. But I really liked the idea of Flash having to push Cyborg into the mother boxes.
Yes, that was cool.
Because originally, Cyborg and Superman just split him apart. They just did that. There wasn't any of him going inside of it. It was just they had to separate them. That was it.
I don't like the Barry being like, I got the life of the world.
Oh, really?
Touch your word, like saying the things that his father said while he's just run, just go fast, just run. I don't.
Yeah, it was a little corny, but I liked that scene. Of
I
him
do like that.
Going
I'm
back
saying that.
And he's like,
I just take out the dialogue. Like I don't want to hear what you're thinking. I don't care.
Yeah, so can he rewind time? I guess.
Of course he can.
Because he does it. He does it in the Kryptonian ship too.
That's right.
So I guess
also
he can
the exposition. Here's another exposition bit when the Asian doctor tells
Ryan Choi, who
Ryan Choi
was
worked.
the Atom in DC Rebirth.
So he there's some sort of exposition where a cop says, "Oh, Ryan Choi or Doctor Blah blah blah, head of something something," and he goes, "That's right, that's me." But I don't know what that was about. Maybe he's gonna do something later somewhere.
Well, I think that was supposed to be set up early, like an Easter egg, because in the comics he's the Atom.
Oh, work. Okay, cool.
He's Ray Palmer's like protege, and he becomes the Atom.
Yes, I know. In the comics, you're right. He is.
So he becomes the like the head of nanotech.
Ah, that's right. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he heats up with a piece of the super ship. He says, "Oh, I took this piece of the super ship and I heated it up with a laser. Now it's the hottest thing in the world."
Yep.
Thanks, Doc. Now we know that something's gonna happen later.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna help with us.
He has a fun little joke where he's like, "That's what I said to my prom date, and she dumped me anyway."
Oh, I wrote that down, dude. Like, why are you talking like that, Ryan Choi?
I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. I liked Ryan Choi a lot.
I like that dude. He's good. I thought that little. It's like every kind of sci-fi comic book where a scientist, quote unquote, says we've fleebled the weeble blop into fleeble flop, and we've got readings that are off the flibbledy plop, and then later on they got to use the flibbledy plop to save the day or whatever. You know what I mean? It was hardcore that. Which whatever, dude. Like I'm used to it. Like I watched to buffer for this. I watched Infinity War and Endgame together, and
that's insane.
That's some stuff, man. It's pretty funny. There's some good funny stuff. Like, what are y'all doing? What's going on here? This is pretty. But this is a lot, everybody. I mean, if you want us to do a second part of this, like, look, we can because
there's a lot we didn't cover.
I still got some stuff that I didn't even talk about. I think my favorite thing was the Aquaman.
Yeah,
and that weird singing that.
Yeah.
If you hear my turning pages, this is. Oh, and I also wrote, who does this guy think he is? Just in case you forgot, who does this guy think he is?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Zack Snyder. He really he's going for it with this, dude. Like, Cyborg is also like we find out Cyborg is kind of Neo, maybe like he can control everything that's computerized.
Also, I have a note. Like, there's no way Cyborg is legal.
No. Oh my God.
There's no way. Like Silas Stone is like, you have access to all of the nukes in the world and can blow them up at any minute. Yeah. And then he just gives that lady $100,000, which is nice.
Money. Yeah. That's beautiful, but
you can't do that, Cyborg.
Here's my favorite
flying
thing
around, being a robot man, just like nothing. Like,
I guess it's the age of heroes, and people are used to Superman. So every time they see somebody flying,
but also
they're just like, okay, whatever.
He has access to every computer in the world, which is an insane thing to have and is in no way legal.
Yeah.
Also, Silas Stone is talking about like this burden he has to bear now. And he's like, you did that to him.
Yeah, dude.
You didn't have to give him access to all of the computers in the world.
Here's my favorite thing that Silas Stone says to his son. He goes through this whole exposition about how you're the greatest computer and I built you and I did this and you can do this and you can do that and you can do this and you can do that. And then he says, quote, "These are the words and thoughts of a scientist. That's how I've been speaking to you." Who said that? What
I
guess are you talking about, bro?
Because he then goes,
he says, now I'm going to talk to you as a father from my heart.
So pretty much what that means is I've been talking to you in exposition so that we can set up what your character can do.
Yes.
And then I'm going to talk to you genuinely
like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Who talks like that, bro?
And then I'm going to talk to you genuinely so that later on in the movie you can listen to it and it'll be a very heartfelt moment.
But then he crushes the tape recorder because I hate you, Dad. Yeah. You're the worst, bro.
Also, Cyborg can just restore anything because he has mother box powers, so that means can he bring people back from
he can travel anywhere in the universe.
Like, I don't know, there's a lot of
also then after that when Flash meets Batman the first time and they get in the car together and they do the whole I'm gonna throw the Batarang. The Batarang is huge. I thought they were like little. That thing is huge. It looks so heavy.
Also,
how do you carry so many of those?
If Barry wasn't the Flash, you
would have killed that dude.
He would have been dead. Like, I get it, you're the world's greatest detective.
They also did another thing
where wrong,
he sees the suit and he's like, this is a this, that, and the third, that, this, that. Yeah. You know what that is, dude. He knows what that is, man. Mm-hmm. Just say, this suit is to help against friction. They use it on the thing. He knows that. You know that.
Yeah.
He knows you know that. So who you telling that to? Oh, me. And then they get in the car, and I wrote OMG trailer stuff because he says I'm rich. You know, from the trailer.
Yeah, that was in the trailer. And then there's the montage of the there's
God.
a Mazda or something.
I wish they would have done like 80s music to that montage, dude. It would have been
also
amazing.
Batman just like he just starts speeding.
Bro,
yeah,
you can do whatever you want when you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
He says it. He's like kind of a D because he says it a couple times about being rich. You know what I mean? About being a billionaire. Then I wrote, "What the hell happened with Alfred and Diana?" We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh, the cyborg warbling on the screen like "Meet me here."
Yeah.
You are in Neo. Just send her an email, like text her or call her or put your face on the thing.
Yeah. In the original,
the god of all things electronic.
In the theatrical cut, it's literally just a black screen and text that comes up.
like 1985 text, like right, like
and
that.
Like he's like she's talking to it, and like he's listening, and then he writes his responses in the black screen. And she's like, "What do you want me to do?" And he's like, bloop, 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 bloop.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't get
it. But we should probably stop soon.
Yeah, I can't take it anymore. I gotta go eat. I gotta get my blood sugar up.
There's a good chance we might come back to talk about this next week.
There's some stuff I'm gonna talk about. I gotta watch this movie again. This
fill in some gaps. If you have any questions, reach out to us, and we will do our best to answer them. We won't talk as much, hopefully, about it next week. But
I would like
definitely be a topic. But overall, it may not seem like it, but I didn't hate this movie. I thought, like good for Zack Snyder for being able to, after everything he went through with this movie and, the production
during
of it,
the movie,
stuff like that, and afterwards, good for him for being able to make his vision finally and for it to all be seen.
Congratulations to all the toxic fandom, I guess, for getting what you wanted. I don't hate it either. I know it sounds like I hate it.
Right.
Sure does, but
I think for me, this version is probably my favorite out of the Snyderverse.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
That's why it's gonna do so well.
Yeah.
Because it's being compared to the other one, which was poop.
Right. Yeah.
And of course, this is less poopy. You get more stuff.
Yeah.
And it's the movie that was supposed to, it's the thing that was supposed to be released, right?
Right.
It was the Zack Snyder's Justice League. Period. Yeah. And they threw in all the stuff that he wanted to put in there. It was pretty cool. If you're a fan of this stuff.
Yeah. I doubt it would have been the full 4 hours.
Yeah, I don't think
I think this definitely would have been like a director's cut that comes out later, but this is everything that he did and he made and that he
How much more did they spend on this, Sam?
$30,000 or no, $30 million.
$30,000.
$30 million.
Yeah, I could see that. That 30,000. Yeah, that looks
it was $30 million because a lot of the stuff he shot was unfinished. And, so they
and then all those voiceovers, I'm sure you had to pay for.
There's a lot of adding in practical shots and stuff like that.
I bet.
I think what we could do next week maybe come back and talk about some of like the Easter eggs and some of the things that maybe were going to happen but didn't.
I'm terrible with that. I am terrible with Easter eggs and seeing things. I know something, but I'm just like.
I think like there's an article if you go to like that DC themselves published that have like Easter eggs from the movie. If you go, you'll probably find that. But I think we'll do that next week. Answer any questions if anybody has some. Do some like last minute stuff.
Please DM us, and then you can email us at thatgeekstogetherpod@gmail.com or add us in the DMs of Geeks Together Pod on Instagram, and we'll get back to you for sure.
Yep.
Or address it on the show. And also, a friend of ours asked me if I could compile sort of a where to start reading comics for her young son. And I think that's a fun topic. So we might talk about that maybe next week or sometime in the future.
At some time, we will get there. Once all the Snyder Cut has left our brains and we can function normally.
Once I get it all out. No one's ever asked me that, so I feel like kind of an expert on a subject, but I gotta do some of my own digging.
So it's all paying off.
I would like to do that too.
Yeah.
It's all paying off now. All the years of study.
It's finally
It's finally paying off, man. We're monetized. We got like $6 in this, and we're doing all right. We got 100 listens. Thank you to all the listeners and subscribers and followers and supporters, and your mom even follows us on Instagram now, dude. Like balling. Like we're doing great, and it's all because you guys listen. Wherever you are, however you listen, however you engage with the podcast, we super appreciate it. And as I said last week, if you would like to hear more and you would like us to continue, please click the link and go over there to the support button and hit that up. You can do a one-time support. You can do monthly support. And it really helps us out. There's a lot going on coming up, and there's a lot of subscription services and things that we use to make the podcast that we have to pay for. So it really helps us continue.
Also things we can use to just make it better.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Right. Better quality and kind of branch out into other sort of things, So we appreciate y'all continuing to support us. Like I said, the email is thatgeekstogetherpod@gmail.com.
And
what's the Instagram, Sam?
Instagram, I believe, is Geeks Together Pod. Same with the YouTube. If you go to the YouTube, I'm trying to get more on posting some sort of consistent content, whether it's just full episodes of the pod or segments or stuff like that. I meant to do something this week, but I had a lot going on. But definitely some stuff will be going there, so check that out. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people, spread the word. It really, really helps. I made a Twitter today. But it's not fully formed yet, so once that is, I'll probably post about it on the Instagram, but at some point it'll be there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Well, I think that's it I think we're good for the week. Yes, Sam?
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for listening, subscribing.
Thank you for sitting through this. There's a lot of rambling and a lot of yelling and confusion and
I mean, that's you've just described Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice. Yeah, it's your turn. You're gonna have to, if you're editing this week, you're gonna have to find the title here, because I don't know what to call this except for angry old man. You can call it angry old man if you want.
I might have to go against the typical format of something from
naming it from out of the podcast. Nah, there's some gems in there. There's some gems.
We'll find something.
Okay, everybody.
Also, we made it. Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's here. We did it.
I'm gonna go watch. Oh, Bucky and I'm gonna go watch. Okay. Yeah. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but okay. We made it. So congrats to everyone who pushed through.
Yes.
That
good for you, because I'm there with you.
It was not easy. All the hype and stuff around it. It was a very interesting time.
And if you watched it once and then listen to this and go back and watch it again, tell me the things that jumped out at you again. Like what was better, what was worse, what do you disagree with me on? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that people disagree with me. Listen, this is my personal opinion.
I'd love to find someone who loves this movie and then get them on the show. And then just
come at me, bro.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro.
That would be fun.
Come at me, bro. I can't wait. I'm open to open discourse about this movie. I'm all about it. This is the one thing I'm open to differing opinions on. If it's about racism and inequity and all that stuff, there is no other opinion. But this thing we can argue about all day, son. All day. All right, buddy. This was a good one. Thanks for being here.
Yep. Thank you all for listening.
All right, everybody, get your geeks together. Listen up. Peace.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.